to In Conversation with Himali. Chasing our dreams is what we've constantly been talking about. But when dreams have, an adventure attached to it, it becomes an extra excitement. It brings in the excitement quotient. Guys, remember how I always say it? Take that one extra step and chase your dreams. Well, that's exactly what a hiker does. Takes one step at a time. With me today, I have someone who took a walk in the woods and came no taller than the trees. Please join me in welcoming Rumpa Mitra from Oman, who is a working mother and has undertaken a life less traveled upon. She is in love with rocks. Well, she is a mountain hiker and treks to the toughest destinations. Welcome, Rumpa, to In Conversation with Himali. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you very much that you think that you should in your channel you should broadcast me and my my experiences.
Of
But
course.
however, I feel that I have not done anything which I can come and tell everybody and
Rupa, that's being very
anything
modest, but
about me.
definitely you have achieved a lot, and I'm sure my viewers would take away something from you for sure. So, Rupa, is it possible for you to share a little bit more about yourself with us?
I am living in Oman for last 12 years. In fact, today I have completed 12 years in Oman. So
Congratulations.
when yeah, Oman is naturally actually blessed with different kind of mountains, wadis and caves. So
Mhm,
when I came, I was not much aware of all these things, but I
mhm.
was always having an inclination towards the outdoor activities. But due to my normal family life, and I was I was mother, a new mother
Right.
that time, and all that reasons I could not explore anything. So
Okay.
10 years passed in Oman just like that, doing work life balance and
Oh,
family life
yes.
balance. Then
Child bringing up
suddenly
is.
one point, yeah, suddenly one point of time 2 years back, my husband and my son had to move back to India, and I was continuing my work here.
All right.
So what happened when I suddenly they moved back, and I was feeling a lot of anxiety, you can say, and uh,
Mhm.
there's a lot of time and I don't know what to do.
Right, I
Then I
understand.
thought, then why not for I give a thought about what I always wanted to do, and
Okay.
I have a knack, but I have never explored that side. So
Oh,
this is how it came to my mind, and probably I took my first step 2 years
so
back.
So you mean this was not, from childhood that you learned how to do mountain hiking? This was a sport that you developed with time, is it? I mean, recently, is that how you would say?
Yeah, it's just 2 years back when I was at the age of 39.
Wow, fantastic. And why is climbing important
And
to you?
yeah, like from childhood, no. I have, in fact, I have till now never have been gone to any gym,
Oh, okay.
never have practiced any kind of exercise at home. But like only I like being outdoor. That's the only inclination what I understood that I have, and probably the nature which drags me to the mountain.
Fantastic. This is this is something very new that I hear because generally when we talk to sports people, they talk about a lot of training that they do, and here you are who says that you
Oh,
didn't even go to a
I
gym.
do not have any formal training as of now. Anyway, I'm only learning because I have some good friend circle from that same field who actually understand that I am passionate about the thing.
Mhm.
So whenever they go, they always call me that Rumpa, you can come. In fact, till today, I do not have many of the gears which is required to do for climbing or hiking. I sometimes get it from my friends. I really don't have them as of now.
I understand. So, Rumpa, what type of climbing do you participate in and how often do you climb?
See, climbing is the thing which I am doing recently, but
Okay.
last 2 years, what I have done is more is like
Mhm.
being in the hikes. So there are different kind of hikes we have here. Like sometimes I have gone to wadis, and there are also some things, some technical things I had to learn before going there. So there is
Okay.
abseiling, there is going to the wadi, and then but wadi means it's like it's waterfall, but then from mountain you have to go first there and then cross the waterfall and then going down, then again going up, like that. And there is caving also, so that is another thing. So
So,
few things I have done, but I'm learning. I don't know much techniques, but whenever I go, there are guides and there are my friends who guides me, and then I just do it.
so just want to find out. You mentioned Wadi. Is that in Oman?
Yeah.
All right.
Oman has got lot of wadis, like lot of waterfalls, but it's all hidden. You have to cross many mountains to reach to that
So,
wadi,
so
and it's
what?
all fresh water.
Oh, okay, so from what you just said, I understood that you climbed, you hiked up the mountain, you went down to
Yeah,
cross the
yeah,
water, and then another
yeah,
mountain. Is that what you did?
yeah.
Wow,
Almost. Sometimes it is different. Some like it's depends, like which place we are going and how it is.
that is you are a powerful strength, man. Wonderful. So, apart from Oman, have you done mountain trekking in any other countries?
See, this last 2 years only I'm exploring this activity,
Okay.
and now I'm glued to it. But in between, I have not visited any other country other than India. So last year when I was in India, I thought of going for one hike, which is very normal. Everybody is aware of that hike. It's Tunganath, if you are aware. It's in
No, I'm
Uttarakhand.
sorry.
Many people goes there, but only thing is that when I did the hike, that time it was month of March, and it is
Okay.
difficult because
Oh,
it's a full of snow. Like when we were doing
wow.
hiking from one place, it's called Chopta to when we were doing the hiking,
Yep.
uh, we were actually walking on top of 8 to 10 feet of snow.
Wow.
So hiking is something, and then hiking on top of snow is something, because there is a lot of risk involved in it.
Involved. Yeah.
And then you need some gears, but which is easily available there, and hire and you use it. So I was doing that one. On top of that, I took my son also along with me, because I thought he should also get some exposure. So that
How,
was another challenge.
how old
Like you
is your
have to
son?
hike, and you have to also think about your son who is doing behind you.
Yeah, but and how old is your son? I mean, that he could go for this?
That time he was 10 years, but he managed to reach. Actually, one of my friend also was there, so they actually reached on top of the hike.
Oh my goodness, weren't you scared, taking your
It's not me only did, they also did.
fantastic. I mean, you have a family of strong people there. Fantastic. Wow.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
did you find any kind of, criticism, or did people say that, oh, you're taking a 10-year-old along with you or something?
Oh, a lot.
Oh, you did.
Parents, husband is, yeah, okay, but my side of my parents were very like tense, that why you are going there, and it's so much of snow, you can do it later on, or you choose some
Sure.
other place. But then I was interested to do that one. And because I go once in a year to India, I have to select one place which is really exotic and I want to do it. So, and then I wanted to have my son also some memories with me during this.
Yeah,
So he was also there, and he could manage to go there up.
that's wow. I mean, it's a lot of credit to you, because I'm sure you had to kind of stalk him into it, to take up this
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of
sure
adventure.
other parents will not take them even.
Yeah, sure.
I will share with you some pictures later on. You can
Yes,
see, and you will see
we
by yourself.
definitely we would love to see that. And Rumba, what is the maximum height and grade of severity of the climbing that you've done, of the hiking that
Um,
you've done?
one I have done a few
Mhm,
months back.
mhm.
That was it's called Summit. It's the Oman's highest mountain,
Oh,
which
okay.
yeah, that one I have done. But I before that, like it is 3,000 meters
Wow,
above the sea
that's
level. So if you convert it into feet, you will
yes,
understand how much.
sure.
But that's the Oman's highest mountain, and that's
Okay,
the only summit Oman is having. So I
okay.
have done that one in month of October last year.
Wow. Congratulations to you. And have you ever taken part in any, special expeditions? Um, Yeah,
Not yet, but I really would love to. But then
you would.
the point is that like here I'm in Oman, and then I have work, so
100%.
work and family, and I stay here alone, only alone with my son. So the
Okay.
problem is that even if I want to go for some things, which I
Mhm.
probably can take leave and I can go, but then there is nobody who can look after my son. So that's why I need to, plan accordingly and do things. So it's
Right.
just my hobby, and I'm just doing it on and off whenever it is possible.
All right. No, but just the thought that comes to my mind is that, as do you get the thoughts of ever, getting, God forbid, but, getting stuck on the mountain, and then what would you do about it? Does that ever come to your mind?
uh, we didn't get stuck, but we got late. That
Okay.
happened actually in the summit. We were doing 4 people, like I was the only lady, and 3
Okay.
other guys were there.
All
So they
right.
were much capable than me, and
Okay.
I was following them. If I believe that if they 3 were doing the summit, they probably would have finished it by 12 to 13 hours, but because
Okay.
of me it took longer time.
Sure.
And we were late on top of the mountain. On top of that, it was winter, and it was raining, and it was dark pitch
My
black.
goodness.
We can't even see anything. And in that, we were walking without any like we have the direction, but we were just walking in assumption that yes, we are going in the right direction. So
Wow.
we were late like anything, like three hours almost we were late going. So we didn't get stuck, but we were late and we faced the consequences
My goodness.
for
So,
that also. But it was
12
all because of me.
no, that's all right. I mean, yeah. But remember, 12 to 13 hours of trekking must be very, very tiring. How do you manage it the next day?
uh, Next day was weekend, but yeah, it's a practice. Like when you start doing it, it is more on your like you. Next day you cannot even walk, but
Wow.
once you start practicing it, every weekend I go. Mostly I try to go every weekend. So once you are in that practice, yes, you pick
Mhm.
up the habit of walking for 13-14 hours.
Man.
But in
And
that hike, I remember I slept off.
you slept off?
Like my body was so tired.
Oh,
In middle of the mountain, I told my other partners that I don't know, I just need a 10 minutes nap. Please guys sit somewhere, I'm gonna sleep. In that dark pitch mountain, I just slept. I don't know, like from anywhere snake can come, any kind of insect can come, anything can happen that time,
I,
but I just slept off.
this is beyond
So
my
your
imagination,
body
really. Oh my
your
goodness.
body says that I'm done.
Oh boy. Wow. Wow.
So it is
So,
like that kind of a thing.
So, Rupa, you just mentioned that, when you went for this 12, 13-hour hike and it was raining also, does it make it more adventurous for you to, trek in the rains? Or is it just that because it's there, I'm, just going ahead with it?
The only answer I can give you that every day is like, do you remember normal days? You don't remember. It is like regular. So you only remember if something is abnormal happening to you. So all these hikes brings different kind of abnormal situation and different kind of people together, and that's how it becomes so memorable actually.
So this
So
whole
my
thing,
I slept off. A a point to be discussed always in my life. Like always, they also make fun of me, and I am also telling you.
I know that's very nice of you. But yeah, I mean, it must have been so difficult that, and so tiresome that happened. Um, this is so interesting, Rupa, really. But I mean, you just shared with me about this, but I'm still going to ask you for more. I mean, can you share a story of one of the most adventurous mountain hiking expeditions that you've done?
See, this is one, and of course the one which I have done in India, and another one was there. It is called Seventh Hole. There
Okay.
is in Oman. There is one hike is like it has got seventh hole. Like you keep on going down.
Okay.
It's kind of a caving, and you have to learn one technique. It's called abseiling and descending. So it's very difficult one, but I gave a try to it. That was also very interesting one, but I always remember my first hike, which is very funny.
Okay.
Uh,
Would love to know.
the first hike which I started,
Yeah.
like I didn't know actually.
Yeah.
I wanted to go for hike, that I told that I thought that okay, let me explore this site. And then one day I saw one advertisement. I started
Okay.
following few people, and they are experts, and they take their groups to the hikes and all that. So they all, one day they posted some place,
Mhm.
it's called Wakan village, and they
Okay.
said that we will go there and do some hike and come back,
Okay.
and it's a half day activity. So the name was Wakan village, so I thought it's kind of a village which is there on top of mountain, and I just have to go and do some walking.
All
That's
right.
how I reached to my first hike. And when I reached there, and I saw everybody, like 10-15 people were there, and I saw everybody, they all were very nice, like proper hiking gears, shoes and everything, dressed up. And I was in my normal hiking shoe and normal pants and
Right.
some top.
Okay.
And then when I started the hike, I got to know that it's 2000 above the sea level, and it's a actually 6 hours hike. But I was halfway, I was actually dead.
Oh
And
my
then
goodness.
I was the last person who reached to the top, and then I was the last person who came back down.
So
By
you
that time, everybody finished their hike. They all went to their home. But you know, here one thing is very good is the guides, those who take you for the hike. They encourage you a lot.
all
Like
right.
they will not let you quit.
Mm-hmm.
They'll encourage you such nice way that you will complete the hike however it is. But anyway, it was my first attempt, and I thought,
Right.
no, if I have come all the way to this, I should at least reach the top, and I should see from the top how it looks like.
So
So
Rumpa,
finally I reached, but after everybody finished the hike.
wow. So Rumpa, one thing which I understand from what you've said is that a good teamwork definitely, is important.
Yeah.
And the other thing which I noticed from what you're saying is that don't give up, right? Because you were facing a tougher situation, but you didn't ever give up. I mean, the time when you went off to sleep, yet you decided that you're going to continue with what you're doing, and that's fantastic.
Yes.
That's such a great message that I'm taking away from you. And just I want to ask you something more. Is that I believe that I was looking at your Instagram posts, and I came across your skydiving too, and I was like, oh, she's done skydiving too. Were you scared before taking the plunge? And what did it feel like once you were in the open sky?
Skydiving I have done long back. Actually, it was in
Okay.
year 2011. That time skydiving was not very much popular, but only thing is that I was there in Oman, and Dubai was having this skydiving facilities. So I thought it's nearby, so let me try this one, because I wanted to do that.
Okay.
Then I booked the slot. We planned some trip to Dubai, and then I booked the slot. Then when I reached to the place, they gave me some instruction. They asked me to declare, sign a declaration form and all that.
Okay.
Then they briefed me how it works and how I have to coordinate with my trainer, some postures and some languages they said, and then they geared me up. Actually, the whole time I didn't feel any fear,
You
but
didn't.
only after completing the whole thing, I felt that the adventure lies in only one thin line, one place.
Right.
I'll explain you that.
Yeah.
So they took me to inside the flight, and when the flight was going up, and then from the window, when I just
Yeah.
saw that you can see only cloud.
Oh
There's
goodness.
nothing down you can see. And then suddenly the captain announced that we are 13,000 feet above,
Oh my.
and we are now going, like he will be ready, like one after one people can jump from there. So I understood that okay, I'm gonna jump from 13,000 feet. So the adventure lies when the person, the trainer is actually attached with me, and the trainer will ask you to stand in the edge of the gate of the plane.
Oh.
So there is the adventure, like you are moving forward or you are stepping back.
Right.
The adventure lies there.
Right.
Only to take that decision, yes, I'm gonna do it. So once you do it, you feel the most happy, like it's such a light feeling and such free flowing, and then it's all happy feeling, like you have nothing more to do after that, everything is been taken care. But only thing is that you have to do when you are standing in that age and taking the decision, yes, I'm moving forward, because there is the only place where you can get panic and you can step back.
Right. I, I am so impressed by what you're saying. I mean, 13,000 feet when you know, and you're looking at the clouds down below, and you have to go stand there where you're going to jump out. That requires so much of guts.
After that, whenever I have taken after that, whenever I have taken flight later on, like any flight going anywhere, so when we go to certain level, then the captain again announces, right? Sometimes they say that okay, we are like 20,000
Disturbance.
above or 24,000. So I feel, oh, okay. I
I've
was
done it.
not. I have done 13,000.
Outstanding. Rumpa, I should call you the daring girl, okay? Because this is really, I mean, so much of guts that you have. What was it that that you did to achieve your dream? And do you attribute your success of achieving your dream to anyone else but yourself?
Um, Achieving my dream, I think I have looked at my dream little late. I should have, or maybe it is the right time when I have looked at it. But when I understood, when I got the first chance of
Yeah,
exploring the interest I was having towards the nature or towards the outdoor activities,
sure.
I took my first step. Like I did not do any delay in that. I
Okay.
thought this is the time when came, I should utilize it in a right way.
Yeah.
And I just go for it. I was not prepared at all. Like I was not having gears. I was not having any shoes. I was not going to gym. I was not even taking 2 kilometer walk nearby
Oh,
my house. So
wow.
that's how I have started. And once I start taking this hikes and all this thing, wa- started walking towards it,
Hmm.
then I felt that yes, I am into it, and I how much I like doing this. Then I
Nice.
thought of putting my time in this, and then slowly I bought few good shoes and probably the hiking dress and all
Years.
that. But I still don't have many more things which I need to complete few more things.
All right.
But what I say is that you need to take the first step. That's most important, and
Mhm.
later on things always fall in place. If you have the interest, you will reach to the end.
Well said. Very, very well said. Rupa, just one more question before we kind of end this. I want to know, do you have any women participants in this sport?
Yeah, a lot. Actually,
Yes.
I follow many of them.
Mhm.
In Oman, I'm not much aware of Indian lady doing all these activities.
Okay.
Um, yes, I have one more friend, but she's also not there right now.
Okay.
But at my age, yes, I don't see anybody from Indian side.
All
But
right.
there are a lot of Omani girls and other nationals here.
Okay.
Very active, very very active. A lot
This
of
is good
girls.
to know.
They are actually much active than me. I know few of them who are doing really really good,
Very
and
good
I
to hear
follow them,
that.
get inspired by them.
Very nice to hear that, Rumpa. So, from what Rumpa has shared with us, I gather that fill your life with adventure, not things. Have stories to tell, not stuff to show. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Um, let your dreams be your wings and soar high. You may follow Rumpa on Instagram at Rumpa_Mitra to know more about her adventures. If you have an inspiring story or you know of someone who has an inspiring story of success, please write to me and on my email ID, which is in the description, and I will connect with you and try to bring your story onto this platform or at in conversation with Himali. Rumpa, you were trying to say something. I'm sorry. Please go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say a very big thank you to you that you thought that I can share my experience.
It,
I know I have not done much, but still, if my story can inspire at least one person, that is my achievement.
Rumpa, you are a very inspiring lady, and it is outstanding talking to you right now. I love sports, but I am not as daring as you are, and I'm sure many like me, who want to do things, but we don't take that step ahead. Perhaps this your story is going to inspire me too to do whatever I want to. So I would rather say thank you, Rumpa Mitra, for joining us and sharing your interesting hobby and for giving us this extra nudge, to keep chasing our dreams. Thank you very, very much. It has been a pleasure talking to you. And to my audience, keep smiling and don't forget to like and subscribe to In Conversation with Himali. Thank you very much, Rumpa.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.